Hi.
Hey
Hi,
guys,
morning.
how you going?
Yeah, great.
Great. Yeah, so we just wanted to make sure that our project idea is like aligns with the hackathon.
Sure,
If there's any change before we submit. So should we just like run through our idea with you, or
Yeah, I'll give you a quick like overview. So basically, there's 2 weeks left of the hackathon. It is possible to vibe code this in like a few hours, so that's good for you guys. I've created a few videos showing how to do that with Cursor. The big one that I keep seeing people fall into as a problem is they're not using open source AI. They're using maybe like Google Gemini API key instead of running Ollama and then using that. So making sure that you do that, making sure that you're not using external services like maybe an external database hosted by Superbase or something. So if you are using a database, you host it on the same server, which is like Postgres, you just run it locally. So yeah, other than that, if you can build it like that using open source AI, what that means is if you create a good project, OpenxAI will actually host it for free for you at the end of the hackathon, and you'll be able to share that with everyone that wants to see it. So
okay, great. So I have one more question, which is because our project doesn't super align with any of the tracks, so we chose the track that was closest to. Is there like restrictions as to how how closely it must align with the track?
no, so they're more categories for ideas. So
Oh,
basically, guidance. Some people don't know where to start, so we created a few demos in some of those tracks, and then we've created sort of 9 areas. So if you do have an idea outside of that, which track did you pick? And then if you just want to go into what your project's about,
okay, sure.
let's hear it and get into
So
it.
basically, our project is it fetches like discount deals from supermarkets, like like Kohl's offers like the current items on offer from all the supermarkets in all the local supermarkets, and then you can select offers, and then it generates a recipe from those items. So we're not really sure
Nice.
which track that's for. So currently we're like thinking it's fintech. I'm not really sure what track it's closest to.
Yeah, there's a social network one. It provides AI recommendations. Yeah, I get what you mean. It isn't really social unless you add social features, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. So yeah,
So
how's it going? Like, have you started building, or just coming up with the ideation at the moment?
we're about 50% through. We just need to make sure that obviously it's open source AI, so we need to switch to Ollama, and then our database needs to be switched to Postgres because it's currently on Superbase, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So you're building on Vercel and Superbase.
Yeah, building on Vercel. Yes. Or should we like use the demo thing, or
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you can just clone the whole repo, and then open it in Cursor. Um, Basically, those demo examples are there to help Cursor know, this is an example app, so it will try and build it in a similar fashion. So that means it'll look for Ollama that you have installed in the background on your computer. If you want to use Docker for a database, then you can install Postgres through Cursor as well, just by typing in and asking it. What you should say is, hey, look at the existing demo apps and integrate Ollama like they do. And then
Mhm.
Cursor will understand the context of the question and how to answer it, and it spits out the code for you.
Okay, that's good.
also at the end we need to like submit our project into one of the tracks, right?
So you submit it on Block, the hackathon platform.
Yeah.
It's just one of the selectors. So it's it's really just a selection as you submit it. It's not a big deal. So you just
Okay.
select social network or whatever, and then
Okay.
yeah, they're there as guidance and categories, not really
Okay.
hard tracks that have specific prizes per track. Basically, it's just guidance.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
I also think we don't have any other questions.
Yeah.
Have you got a demo now, or you're not ready to show that, or did you need help building it? Or
Can we show it?
It currently works, but it's
Yeah.
running on
locally, like
yeah, it's running on Supabase and what's out here?
I can demo it now.
It's
if
not
you
on
want.
Ollama and
yeah, so that's the good news. Is it's pretty easy to switch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of database migration to move it from Supabase to Postgres, but again, you can use Cursor to help with that as long as it knows the credentials to log in, and which it already does. So it shouldn't be a problem. And then what I
Okay.
can help with is actually getting Ollama working for you, and then getting Postgres working for you, if you want to do that.
I have already installed Ollama in my computer, and I locally run DeepSeek before in my computer.
Nice.
So I
nice.
don't think that is a problem for me. And
Yep.
for the database, I have pgadmin 4 in my computer also.
Okay.
And I think I can also handle that. So do you want to have a look at our project or something
yeah,
else?
and maybe give us
Yeah, sure.
Because we can already locally run this thing. So
And that's all you have to do for the hackathon is run it locally, but make sure the code, when the code gets assessed, make sure it actually integrates Ollama and like a local Postgres, not Supabase or some external ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. So when you do your video, so you try and record a video presenting the application, why it should win, what's so good about it, the benefit of this app. Make sure you record a good video. So the two things: video is the presenting skills, communications, marketing, and coding is the back end stuff that you will check and make sure that it is running open source. It's sort of self-contained on the one server or laptop, because then we can host it on an X node.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to submit it and make a pull request in the GitHub, is it?
Yeah. So you just create a pull request, name it your project name, and then we can review the code. There are some people that don't want to share their code just yet. So when you submit on Bloxy Block, there is a GitHub link. So that link could just link to the pull request on the open source repo, or maybe if you want it on your own personal profile, you can actually link it to your profile as well.
Okay.
It's good to build out in open source. Yeah, show us the demo.
Yeah, sure. So I'm sharing the screen now. So now it's my computer.
It's definitely us.
Wow, that's good. Looks like it's part of the Woolworths website. Looks really
Yeah. So there are some.
So these are these are the items on offer, and then they say what supermarkets they're from, and you can add it to the recipe. Then, so you have these added, and then you can see how much you save, and then you just generate, and it takes some time.
Yeah, it definitely takes some time.
It definitely takes some time.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is that request going right now when it's generating? Is that like ChatGPT?
Now it's going to another thing that's similar to Ollama. I think it's Open Router AI, but we can change it to Ollama and run it locally. Yeah. So I think that's not a problem. Yeah. So
it takes a bit of time. I mean, is that a free service or?
I think it is free. Generation failed.
Okay, well, maybe there's some bugs.
There's some bugs, like we need to fix that.
That
But
needs to
if
be
we
fixed.
like, we can also
It works sometimes, but it doesn't sometimes. Yeah.
yeah. So there's also
that's
some
okay.
links
So,
to the
so the AI feature just then, I just wanted to clarify because this is probably the biggest talking point is, you know, traditional apps, they might scrape data for shopping products.
yeah.
How is AI used? I can sort of see that the inputs to the AI request is all the ingredients that you select. Then the ingredients determine, like, tell the AI what recipe to generate. So I'm just working out so the human has to select the ingredients and then AI generates a recipe from the human selected ingredients. Is that right?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Cool. Because it's based on the human looking at the sale price.
Right. They
looking
choose
at
the
discounts. Yeah, gotcha. That sounds really good. That works. Yeah, for sure. So if you go like, I've created a demo app in the Enviro. It's called Enviro Demo App on the global repository. So that one actually already integrates DeepSeek R1 and Qwen 3, so you can sort of see how that works. It does a similar thing. So humans input, basically it's a climate change app. Humans input the damage to the earth. It might be a fire, it might be, you know, a meteorite, it might be tsunami, whatever it is. And then there's already existing metrics, like 10 metrics for the environment. And then it asks AI, hey, based on the human impact, how would that impact the 10 metrics? And then the AI generates a updated list of the 10 metrics. So similar to that, you might have 10 products selected. AI looks at those 10 products, it then generates a recipe, and then creates a recipe out of that using those 10 products. So similar sort of flow for the user, and it already has Ollama DeepSeek integrated. So yeah, you can do it like that and follow that sort of code, and you should be pretty safe. Then the other part of it is you don't actually need a database for the hackathon MVP. So basically, you could have like 20 products in a CSV file with some images. So you don't actually have to productionize it now. We're just building an MVP.
Okay.
Just make it impressive. Show the actual AI feature, not the I can scrape 1,000 or 10 or 100,000 Woolworths products and build this giant database scraping tool. That's not the focus. The focus is the AI feature.
Right.
So so you can build an MVP just with a CSV, you know, spreadsheet with all the products, have the little image link, put the images on your local server. So you don't need to build that complex scraping product. Is there a scraping product right now, or is that manually?
Yeah, this is just
They're just
dummy.
placeholders,
Yeah.
dummy data in
There's
the
just
database.
dummy data. We
Yeah, I
didn't.
mean, you can run a script to scrape it once, but yeah, I'm saying like you don't have to keep scraping and updating because that gets a very complex like data pipeline and data science type stuff. So yeah, just keep it simple for the MVP because you're not trying to prove to the hackathon judges I'm building a scraping tool for giant database. And you can keep going like that for weeks, and you just kind of wasting time if you just focus on. Yep, there's product data coming in. You've already got all that there, so I can see you've done all that. So you can sort of just, you know, maybe expand that to say 50 products, whatever, and then really focus on the AI input. AI generates a recipe, spits out an answer. Maybe there's a way to. So if you were going to add a database, and sort of make it social, people could like the recipe and then use it in their own. But then you'll need to build a user system. So just think about how to keep it as an MVP, minimum viable product. Really emphasize the AI uses. You know, we've seen databases that have social recommendations before. We've seen apps that have user login systems before. So we're not trying to prove that in the hackathon. Really just focus on the AI recommendation. And that'll be great. And you can just put mock-up buttons like start this and share this, and here's 5 recipes that are already generated and they already have 23 people that star it and like it. So, you can play around with that, but really focus on that AI feature. So, yeah, that looks really good. I really like how professional it is. It totally makes sense. So people are sort of scraping by to buy some cheap products. There's discounts that have just popped up. They can stick it all together and create a meal out of it and have that for dinner tonight. So it's really, really cool.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I have some questions also. Like in the scope in the website that you guys posted out, like it's stated that we need to build an AI app, but I think we are building a website rather than an app. And is it okay, or we should like change and make our website into an app?
Yeah, so basically, website and app are loosely interchangeable. So every app it'll go on an app store. It'll have a little card describing the name of the app. It'll have a little picture and description. But when they click the link on the card in the app store, it actually goes to a new website URL, which is this. So yeah, that's totally fine. It is a separate website. That's how all the X nodes run. If you go to the demo, it will deploy like a separate open web UI chatbot with DeepSeek. So you can sort of see that it goes to a completely new URL, and it is a standalone website. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what you mean is like we can like do it as a website first for the
Yeah, you
MVP.
can do it as a desktop website for sure. And then traditionally, a lot of mobile apps are just responsive desktop websites. There is upcoming integrations with different payment providers for, say, Web3, like Base. So you can import a mini app framework, which is literally just an import statement in JavaScript. And then we can actually integrate Base wallets with, really promote that as a base app. But essentially, it's a mobile app that's literally just a website that's imported the mobile library. So it's build the MVP. When you go to deploy it at the end, and you've already got this is already post judging, we'll help you deploy it. We can like tweak and fix some of those things. So yeah, there's essentially a way to monetize this with Web3. So have you had a chance to think about how you would monetize it? Because that's another important part of the business idea. Probably some of the cool features is microtransactions. So with very low cost wholesale prices for AI and cloud hosting, which is what they're offering. OpenxAI is offering. Then they're also helping with all the smart contracts and integrating with payments. It also enables you to think of microtransactions, like generate a recipe. If 10 people like it, you get 5 cents, for example, things like that. So there's a whole heap of cool business models that are enabled by Web3 because it's so low cost. So yeah, there's some examples like some of these recipes that get generated, people might buy them, so they might pay 5 cents for it or whatever you think it's worth. And maybe there's a market where you can actually purchase it. So, there's a lot of cool things you can do. You don't have to have that ready, but it's something to think about. And maybe you can, think of some ideas and present that. Some people have a little Google slide deck, and they just sort of present through, here's the idea, here's the problem it's solving, the solution, the potential business model, and then the demo video at the end where they run through the demo. So yeah, have a think about it, because that really shows us that, you're thinking of some of the business models, especially when you integrate like a little Web3 payment at the end there. Because by the end of the hackathon, all of those smart contracts and the App Store should be built and finished. Where that means we'll help you, but basically you can launch this app onto the App Store, connecting the base wallet or some wallet like that, and they would have, $10, and they can give you 5 cents or $1 or whatever it is, and you can actually start making money. You don't have to be a smart contract developer because that's just a feature. When you go to deploy it on OpenxAI Studio, it'll be like, here's the app. I want to deploy it to this server. I want to enable it with this drop-down, microtransactions or something. And then you click it, and then it will deploy. And then your app will have this ability to use the microtransaction library. And then you just do a little bit of code tweak, and that's the payment system. So have a think, and really keen to see this one launch because it looks really nice, and it really does address a target market.
Okay, but okay, that's a thing. Like, we have another idea that can add into this website we discussed before. It's like, maybe you can make a user authentication, and after we make that, every user, you have to log into your account, and in your account, it will keep track about what did you eat, what recipe did you do before. So then we can also like use AI to generate and like to think that is this healthy or not, or you need more this or more that, or more nutrition or other things.
Or generate recipes based on what you like before.
Yeah, we are thinking of doing that, but if you want to do a user authentication, then a database is also needed.
Yeah. When you say user, think about the Connect wallet. So that is the user ID. When they connect their wallet, it has a Web3 public key for the wallet address. That's literally their user ID. So you don't have to build a login system. You can just have a Connect wallet. And then once they've connected their wallet, they can, through the database, you can have a little profile section saying, update your username, the picture, avatar. And then because they've already connected their wallet, then you might have premium recipes for sale by some, I don't know, paleo influencer profile comes onto your site, creates a bunch of paleo recipes, and then people can like open it and see if they're on discount or the items, and then they click purchase the premium paleo recipe. They might pay like $1 for that recipe. So especially if it's getting live Woolworths data, and they can go to their local Woolworths and it's in stock or something, then they would certainly pay $1 for that. So that would be pretty cool, especially if you're like just thinking about this. Sorry, but basically, if you're giving them like $7 discount on $40 of groceries, and then you're charging $1 for that recipe, it actually makes sense. So that sounds really cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then like if you have the paleo influencer that you've sort of thought about, maybe I can work with this. Maybe I can DM this person on Instagram or Twitter, and they say, this is a really cool idea. I'll support it by creating some recipes. That's another way for your business to be distributed out to people. So you go through health food influencers to promote their premium recipes, and then they distribute it out to tens of thousands of people, and then you get all these people coming in. So, and then the other thing you could do is like, scrape data. This is not something, this is post hackathon, but after the MVP, you can like compare data between Coles and Woolworths websites. And then people will know which one of those they have to travel to tonight to make dinner. And you have the influencers distributing it to millions of people. This could really scale up. So great idea. What's the product, or what's the project name called? Have you got a name?
Called Meal Deals.
Meal Deals, nice. Cool. That sounds cool. Okay,
and can I ask, like, where is the Web3 thing that you just mentioned? Where can I find it?
Yeah, so basically, it depends. So you want this to be a mobile app or just a desktop app at the moment?
Maybe desktop app.
Yeah, so you don't have to integrate it right now because typically Base Wallet is a popular wallet example. If you want a mobile app, then Base Mini Apps is the framework. Then that if you just look at that and just go, I'll create a little placeholder payment section on my site, and this is where I will integrate with the payment Web3 payment provider in the future. Also, they have the Base wallet, Connect Wallet. So basically, that's your user system in terms of getting the user ID. But you still will need, like you said, a little Postgres database. If you ask Cursor, it will spin up a Docker instance with Postgres running. That's pretty good. Like that's fine. So you don't have to worry about too much. And then when you deploy an OpenxAI, we'll create the little Nix file, which is very hard to create and do it bug free. So we'll help create that for you. It is simple, but it's just if you get a little character wrong, it won't work. So we will help you do that at the end. And basically, if you just pick open source things like Postgres, DeepSeek R1, or maybe that's not what you need. Like Quinn, just have a look at the different Ollama models you've already tested. Some are like thinking AIs that take a bit of time to come up with an answer. Others are faster, like Llama 3.2 is fast response, faster than DeepSeek. So just have a play with different models. On the environments demo app I built, I did have a little drop-down selector. You can switch between DeepSeek and Llama 3.2. So it's really easy to test because sometimes you want a really thought out deep answer where the user's happy to wait 30 seconds. Other times you just want a quick recommendation. So you can use different open source models for different things.
Right.
Yeah.
And also like you also mentioned before, like just now, there's another thing, another website that is also like doing the same as us, but
like the environmental impact
yeah.
of some occurrence.
Yeah, and can we like, is it open source and can we have a look at that, or where is it?
The one I made, it's in the Global Accelerator GitHub. Have you got that?
Global Accelerator GitHub. I think we got that.
Let me get you the link.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so if you just go here, and then you just look at the demo apps, it's called Enviro, is the track. Yeah, and then there's a demo app, and then I can also give you this should work still. So you can actually deploy it yourself. So this is an example of how you can deploy it. Did you want to try loading that link up on your screen and just deploying that second link? So if you load that up,
here,
this is like so this is it. Click deploy. So this is basically a sort of back-end integration of one of the demo apps where it's reserving an X node and then it's deploying. So that will load in the background. And what it's actually doing, we've pre-allocated 3 servers running X node OS, and then it's installing this app template for the demo. So that demo app code, if you look at it and the Nix configuration around it, it will actually deploy on top of a Linux server running Nix OS and Xnode OS, which is the fork. You can sort of see it's deploying all the Linux code, the app code as well. It's reserved the Xnode at the bottom. You can exit that little pop-up at the bottom right. And then it's running through, it's got the project name, it's got all the Nix files, all the code. It's deploying it now. And then once it's ready to go, you just click at the bottom, there's a little blue link reserved by you. So if you open that in a new tab, it won't load just yet because it's obviously still installing the operating system. but in like 1 minute, it should be ready to go. And then you should be able to open it. I did a YouTube video about this. It's the background of the thumbnail. So you can check out that. Basically, I built that at like in 2 hours between the hours of midnight and 2 a.m. And then I did the YouTube video showing it the next day. So it's just showing you that you guys can like cursor and vibe code it really quickly. And yeah, it was a little Nix modification to get it working, and then we got it working and it's deployable for people. So in the future, you should start seeing a whole bunch of these apps, like this Dead Earth project, for lack of a better name. It's probably like a climate change app. Yeah, basically there'll be an app store of all these apps. So all the apps that get submitted, we'll build a little app store out of them. There might be 10 of them. And yeah, hopefully we'll see meal deals there. You come up with a little thumbnail for the app and we can show it. So yeah, that'll be really cool. Okay, it's still installing stuff, so.
Oh, it's working, it's working.
Is it sharing? Okay, there you go.
Here. Can you see that?
Let me have a look. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, this is, you just deployed the actual app. So yeah, this is the Enviro demo app. So basically it's just Next.js. I think it's using Three.js to render the 3D object on the web page. Then it's got the 8 metrics at the right, maybe 9. So it's all the different Earth metrics and then general pollution. Then you can select the AI model. 3.2 is really fast response. And then you just basically, you can either type something in or just select one of the example commands at the bottom. And then what it does, you're basically taking the current state of the Earth, which is like a JSON file. It's got all the Earth metrics. It then sends that to the AI, all those metrics in like a JSON format. It then goes, what would happen if you built 1,000 coal power plants around the world? And then it tells you through AI, it'll spit out the answer like, it'll look at all the base data, look at the metrics, look at what you just said, which is build 1,000 coal power plants. It'll then calculate the increase in air toxicity, how many animals die, all the metrics it would look at, and then spit out the answer. And then it renders that on the 3D globe. So similar to the meal deals app, recipes in, generate a recipe, and then it will sort of spit out the recipe as the output.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar. I'd recommend Llama 3.2. It's pretty fast. Yeah, and then you can even do smash a. Oh, wait. If you type, instead of build 1,000 coal power plants, you can say crash the moon into the Earth at the top. So there's actually a custom, input box. Yeah, there. So just say crash moon into Earth, and it should work. I mean, so the beauty is I created this like a couple of weeks ago, deployed it, and then, people can just use it, and there's no hosting costs. It's very minimal. If you zoom out, go to the Earth, and then just scroll wheel out a bit, you should be able to see, maybe not that far, but but that's an example of one of the demo apps. That's open source code, so you can see how Ollama works. And like you could probably play around with like how fast it's loading. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then the stats should update, just showing quite a bit of loss. But if you read the impact analysis, yeah, it killed all the humans. So basically that's the output of AI looking at all the data in. It takes the change statement and then spits out the answer. So anyway, so that's an example.
That's nice.
So yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
probably the other tip is just make sure you focus and narrow down. Don't build the world, like boil the ocean. Just really focus. All right, how do I impress judges with this specific AI feature? The rest of it's just sort of noise. Like you can have mock-up products in a CSV file, local images. You know, obviously you're proving. You maybe get some Coles products and Woolworths, and people can sort of compare the difference between different suppliers to figure out where they're going to shop tonight and where the discounts are. And then the other part is the AI recipe generation. You know, the other recommendation is just thinking about how does this scale to 100,000 users, distribution. So using the influencers profiles. So having maybe some paleo influencer with 3 recipes, and then people can like see if they could make that recipe tonight for dinner, and they have to figure out how much it costs from Coles and Woolworths. So you know, all of that is really cool. And yeah, the other part is just having a little placeholder for, you know, this is a premium recipe from an influencer. Pay you know, $5 a month to subscribe to their recipes. Maybe it's pay 50 cents for the recipe once off. So just a really simple business idea there for revenue. And then, yeah, we can really help boost this. The top 3 people in the HackNode Australia get invited to the Global Accelerator program afterwards, after the hackathon. If you do, you basically have the ability to work in a co-working spot in Dubai for a month. And there's also a lot more prizes. Typically, the HackNode countries only get about $10,000 worth of prizes and a computer, like a hardware prize. So that's the prizes for HackNode Australia. But if you go to Dubai and then go into the accelerator program, there's $100,000 of prizes. And then there's also, you know, mentor and investors, so VCs. So basically, if VCs are really keen on the app, they can help invest in it as well. So yeah, a lot of cool things you can do out of this. Worst case is you have a nice portfolio project in your LinkedIn, on your resume. If you do the social part of this, which is I can't stress enough, create a nice video, share it on social media. OpenxAI has big accounts on all the platforms, and we'll reshare that. You know, like it, comment, reshare. So it's like an official link that you can use in your portfolio later as well. Especially on LinkedIn, it's always good to share it on LinkedIn as a project you worked on, and it builds up your portfolio and like career experience. So yeah, cool. So I think that's it for me. So yeah, thanks for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Great. So yeah, thanks for your time. Have fun building. You got 2 weeks left.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.